Alright, lesson 3, engine exhaust system. Grab fundamental engine exhaust system, give information, location, purpose, construction, inspection, engine exhaust. Reference TM9 8000, learning event, describe the components, construction, inspection, exhaust systems. Introduction, internal combustion engine can be thought of as a mechanical device breathed like a person and an animal. Intake stroke with the engine cylinder in pulling of the fresh fuel air mixture on its exhaust shift cylinder. Exhaust exhales, pushing waste goes out. Any defective limits of the exhaling process seriously limits the power output. Lesson will cover the exhaust system while the engine exhaling system. Exhaust system, relatively simple part of the vehicle, however, the very important of the part of the vehicle maintenance above all leaks and system properly repaired. Alright, warning. Exhaust gas contains poisonous carbon dioxide. As you know, the exhaust gas contains carbon dioxide, deadly poisonous gas. Carbon dioxide, especially dangerous because of the colors, odorless. The driver, the passenger of the vehicle can inhale the fatal dose of the carbon monoxide without knowing it. Death can result in improperly repair the defects of the exhaust system. Also, exhaust systems leaving the engine very hot contains a corrosive substance can be ruined. Flexible hoses, insulation wiring, paint with the vehicle. Also, while starts fires and dish exhaust gases leave the engine at high pressure, creates a loud, undesirable noise. Exhaust system must therefore directly exhaust away from the operator, passenger, components of the electrical wiring, other materials. Exhaust and damage the system must include the means of muffling noise of the escaping gases. Our exhaust system. The typical exhaust system consists of exhaust manifold, exhaust pipe, muffler, tailpipe clamps. Often these exhaust and tailpipe are made of several pieces of the tailpipe, maybe several sections. Exhaust manifold collects and burned gases expelled from the engine cylinders, directs them into the exhaust pipe. Manifolds may be made with cast iron and some with steel tubing. Usually flanges are made with a manifold connect the engine to the exhaust pipe. The mating surface of the flanges, machine, and smooth finish for an airtight seal against the engine exhaust pipes to prevent exhaust gases from leaking. Sometimes metal-to-metal contact provides the seal the most over the time the asbestos gases are used. Nuts made with the brass are used to screw the manifold flanges based because of the brass does not rust. The extreme heat causes the steel nuts to rust very rapidly, then it's hard to remove. Some military wheeled vehicles use the exhaust manifold with water jackets, liquid cool that cool the engine past the exhaust manifold water jackets before returning to the radiator. This aids reducing temperature, exhaust gas, reducing the amount of noise, reducing the damage of the exhaust heat caused by the exhaust gas on the nearby parts. Exhaust patches inside of the manifold must be fairly smooth and free of the obstruction that would slow the flow of the exhaust gases. Your exhaust pipe is the passage of the exhaust gas flow with the manifold into the muffler. Is also a heavy steel tube, usually flanged at both ends, attached to the muffler. Diameter exhaust pipe is usually determined by the size of the engine. One smaller one-cylinder engine pipe, no longer than the household water pipe, isn't enough to do the job. Large engines may require exhaust pipe 3 inches or more in diameter to carry large amounts of exhaust gases. Length of the exhaust pipe is determined by the design of the vehicle. Engine with the front of the vehicle with the motor muffler is mounted with the rear of the pipe will be long. Often long pumps will be made into two sections, provide much road clearance. Possible pipes are formed in odd shapes. This fit well up under the vehicles without touching other than components. Pipes are supported with the vehicle frame and hangers. A certain portion of the hanger can be made of a flexible material, absorbable vibration. Muffler. The purpose of the muffler is to muffle the exhaust noise. Perfect muffler would silence all the noise made by the exhaust gas, eliminate the back pressure. However, it is not practical to make a muffler so perfect. The mufflers are commonly used to cause some back pressure. Do not silence all of the noise. There are two basic muffler designs: straight through and baffle. Straight through are pipe extending straight through the muffler and chamber surrounding it. Holes are drilled all around the pipe in metal shaping the glass wool and packed with the chamber surrounded through the pipe. On the baffle type muffler, the exhaust must travel through the holes in several baffles before it escapes through the muffler outlet. Often small holes drilled into the bottom of the muffler to allow the condensing of the water to drain. Mufflers are made with a sheet metal crimped and welded together at the seams that can be disassembled. The muffler reduces most of the noise, cooling the exhaust gases, reduces the pressure of the chamber between the baffles. Inside the baffle type muffler produced with the deadening effect of smoothing out surge of the gas flow. The cylinder straightened through the muffler will cause very little back pressure. Does not to do good a job in the muffling noise. The muffler causes more back pressure but does a better job of muffling the noise. Your tailpipe. The tailpipe carries exhaust gas with the muffler out to a point where they can be safely ejected, made with a sealed tubing that may be a little smaller than diameter exhaust pipe. Smaller pipe can be used with the muffler as cool with the gas to deal with causing them to contract the pipe and may be secured with the muffler either by flange or slip together connection. Ensure the pipe stays in the proper position along with the body of the frame. Vehicle hangers are used. Some trucks have the tailpipes run upside of the vehicle cab. The deep water forging small special tailpipe extension usually required extension connects tailpipe extended alongside the vehicle body. Pipes like should either be curved outward at the end and have weather cap installed. Otherwise, rainwater can enter the pipe. The weather cap may be flap or valve closed with a spring and kept closed the weight of the valve opened by the exhaust pressure. Single and dual exhaust system. Vehicle and V-type engines may have single or dual exhaust. When dual system is used, each bank cylinder it has a separate exhaust system with its own manifold, exhaust pipe, muffler, and tailpipe. The dual exhaust system permits exhaust gas to travel the straighter path of the rear of the vehicle. The dual exhaust system causes less back pressure, single and desired best engine performance. However, the additional parts of the dual exhaust system are more expensive than the single exhaust system. Single exhaust system is usually the V engine with exhaust gas with two bank cylinders that must be brought together at some point. Some engines crossover pipe made of steel tube connects two exhaust manifolds. Exhaust gas with both cylinders for the lead through one exhaust pipe connected one of the exhaust manifolds. Another method to bring together the exhaust pipe with right and left cylinder banks forming a Y connection. Your turbocharger, when used, the mounting exhaust system and the turbo and turbine housing generally connect with the directly outlet with the exhaust manifold. All exhaust gases leaving the manifold passes through the turbine housing drive with the turbocharger. These escape the exhaust elbow, exhaust pipe, and driving the turbocharger slow down when the exhaust gas is somewhat as known. Slowing down exhaust gases to reduce the engine power output. The turbocharger, however, the power loses during slowly exhaust gas is made more up, increase the intake pressure. Alright, your special bypass. When water tankers are 2.5-ton trucks with a special bypass in the air exhaust system. Bypasses cold weather direct hot gas to chamber under water tanks to help keep the water from freezing. Bypass control valve is mounted with exhaust system rear of the exhaust pipe in front of the muffler. The control valve direct exhaust gas either muffler with the chamber under the water tank control lever. Operated with the bypass control lever valve is located in the vehicle cab. Alright, inspection. Inspection procedure. Exhaust systems are about the same regardless of which type of the vehicle you're working with. To inspect the exhaust system, you'll depend mostly on the sense of the sight, hearing, and feel. Start either at the end of the exhaust system, work toward the opposite end. Inspect the leak for loose, the moistening, defective, improperly positioned components. Above all, do not operate vehicle engine for more than a minute or two unless it's located well ventilated or unless you will become a victim of carbon dioxide poisoning. And also watch out that you do not burn yourself on any hot exhaust systems. Exhaust gases are most serious problems. Exhaust gas leaks are most serious problems. You must make sure you find and make a note of all of them regardless of how small they are, but leaks have a lot of noise so you can easily locate the general area they are coming from. Small leaks are heard monetarily plug the tailpipe outlet. This covers the leaks by making a hissing noise or to back pressure building of the exhaust system. After you find the general area of the leak, hold your hand near the suspected leak and then you can feel the escaping gases striking your hand. Be careful you do not get your hand too close to get burned. Inspect the exhaust manifold tightness of the cracks. Look closely for the black carbon deposits that indicate the leak. All of the heat deflectors and shields must be secured, properly positioned to protect nearby parts of the heat. And when inspecting exhaust pipe, muffler, tailpipe, pay particular attention to the damage caused by rust corrosion, such as main cause of these parts going bad. Often the muffler may look for good on the outside, but maybe rust away on the inside. Bump the muffler several times with your hand. If it rattles on the inside, the baffles are rusted loose and the muffler needs to be replaced. All parts must be held and secured in the proper position by hangers, not allowed to bump or rattle against the vehicle body frame or powertrain parts. There must be ample space between all hot exhaust system parts and items items such as electrical wiring, brake housing, fuel lines, even with touching the insulation wall and the wiring burning away and the fuel can boil in the line. Alright, any large dents in the muffler, exhaust pipe, with the tailpipe slow down when the flowing and the escaping gas with the reduced engine power. Muffler full of the carbon deposits will restrict gas flow. You can see with the kind of restriction, but suspect with the contact with the vacuum pressure gauge to the intake manifold. This exhaust system is restricted manifold. Vacuum will need normal when the engine is first started, but will drop rapidly. Repair the exhaust system almost always limited with the replacement part. Never attempt to remove the parts while they are still hot. practice exercise questions, and then the answers, and this completes your reading of the Subcourse OD1004 Edition 6 U.S. Army Ordnance Center School Wheel Vehicle Fuel Exhaust System Aipd Army Institute Professional Development Course Program.